As of this weekend, we have new data on the surge of cases that begun here in Boston and Massachusetts. We have updated models of what the curve could look like over the next 2 weeks, and we have new guidelines from the CDC and local health experts about what we should do to protect our community. What the data continues to show is that right now, every single day is critical to saving lives in our city. And what that model continues to show is that distance and distancing will make that difference. So we need to keep doing what we've been doing, and we need to do it even better. For that reason, I'm announcing new, stronger stay-at-home guidelines to help us get through this. These go into effect tomorrow morning, April 6th, and will run through April 4th, which matches the current state advisory. First, I'm asking everyone and anyone to wear a mask covering their face when you leave your house. That means shopping, going for a walk. That means working on a construction site or at work. Any essential workers, we're asking you to do the same thing. Anything outside your home. This is the new CDC recommendations for slowing the spread of the virus. It's important that we preserve medical-grade masks for healthcare workers and direct responders. But we can all help slow the spread by covering our faces. It's important to understand that covering does not protect you from infection. Physical distancing is still 100% necessary. You need to keep at least 6 feet away from other people, even when you're wearing a face covering. But face coverings will help slow the spread of the virus. That's because up to about 25% of the people who are infected are not showing symptoms right now. Many are still out and about because they don't feel sick. So the more of us who wear coverings, the more effective that this strategy will be. The covering can be a scarf, a bandana, or any other type of cloth. It should cover your mouth, your nose, and allow you to breathe comfortably. We will provide face coverings to city employees who must work outside their home, and we're going to provide advice and resources to anyone who needs them, either making them at home or getting them. Employees who work in a setting where personal protective equipment guidelines have already been issued should continue to use the PPE in accordance with those guidelines. The face covering that I'll be wearing after the press conference today is made by City Councilor Neeser Sabi-George. She is part of the Boston Area Mask Initiative, who are collecting masks for hundreds of volunteers, who are collecting and making masks for hundreds of volunteers and giving them to people who need them, including hospital, medical staff, and direct service workers. I want to thank Councilors Neeser Sabi-George, I want to thank Karen Foley and Stephanie Cave, who started this effort. Anyone who would like more information on this can go to bostonareamaskinitiative.gov.com to get involved. That's bostonareamaskinitiative.com. Secondly, we're strengthening the stay-at-home advisory by adding a recommended curfew for at least the next 3 weeks in Boston. The Boston Public Health Commission is issuing a public health advisory recommending that people stay inside between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. starting tomorrow morning. It applies to everyone except essential workers. That gives people a clear guideline to help them plan their day, make good choices, and avoid crowded situations. We have seen too many unnecessary trips in the evening and social distancing problems as people order and wait for takeout in takeout restaurants. If you're getting food from a restaurant after 9 p.m., we ask you to use the delivery services as much as possible. And to be clear, any time of the day, we're asking you, that's when you can go out for essential items. If you're not at a grocery store, pharmacy, or restaurant, if you're not in a group, you're not there to browse for extra items in the supermarket, you're not there to socialize, you're there to get what you need and get home. I can also share new steps we're taking at City Hall. Starting this week, City Hall will be open for the public only on Tuesdays and Fridays between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. This week, City Hall is only open on Monday. It will be closed on Friday because of Good Friday. In addition, everyone entering the building, employees and members of the public, will be subject to screening for the COVID symptoms, including temperatures. It's still the case that you should only come in for services if they're not available by phone or online. We're asking people, you must call ahead to schedule an appointment. The pause on non-essential construction also remains in place. And I want to say to developers and general contractors, even if your job site or your construction site is allowed to function under the current guidelines, if you don't absolutely have to work right now, shut it down. We are at the beginning of the surge. Every step we take to limit the number of people working together will make a difference. If you can wait a few weeks, wait a few weeks. Use common sense. Put people before profits. Finally, we're also going to close sports facilities at city parks, such as basketball, tennis, and street hockey courts. People are continuing to gather, and we simply have to take that option away. You will still have access to open space where you can practice physical distancing or go for a walk or a run. But no group activity should be taking place anywhere, and that includes fitness classes in open spaces. We've posted signs in all of our parks and playgrounds, and we're locking up or disabling equipment. As a reminder, police officers are empowered to disperse gatherings under the state advisory, and they can order people to vacate closed sections of parks, and if need be, if it comes to this, they can and will issue violations. But it shouldn't have to come to that. We are urging people to use common sense so that police are not put in a position where they need to do this. Ultimately, this is about doing what we have to do and what we have been doing to get better.